a deep dive on Kamala Harris. Now, I'm using just thank you for the background music, it's all jazzy. We are using a new microphone. I say that's really third persony, so I'm using a new microphone. That's why I've got the headphones on. I'm trying to help the sound issues as well, where I'm picking up more noise this way rather than what's on the other side of the mic. More hearing me and less of everything else, hopefully, to improve the quality. And as you can see, I have been busy creating. We have the Lotus for Kamala, or Kamala. Forgive any background noises. I did a full 40 minutes and it was a great reading, but you know what? I had left the this new mic setup on mute. So I'm making sure, and I am looking now, and there is no mute. That is stuck on. So anyway, deep dive on Kamala. So let's just begin. The reading that I got shows her winning, and not by a small amount. She will have more for than against, and that's going to be a really fresh start for America, a completely different energy. And it's going to be kind of like a culture shock. And we'll go through some big bumps, but she's going to really have really good people working with her, from what I can see. Again, I always get this, and I'm sure she's not going to be perfect, but there's going to be significant betterment by the time she leaves, for children and for schools, education, health, the economy will be growing. I saw also her going after people, the legal side of, of her background, going after people that are trying to get away with stuff. And there's going to be a lot of changes legally, I think, with the way the laws were changed with Trump and with the majority of a, Republican House. So there's going to be changes to the conservative party in this country. It got the tower. Not kidding. I don't know why I'm staring at the microphone like it's the camera, but should be staring ahead. Anyway, that was very interesting because I'm going to be reading on the future of the Republican Party on Sunday, which at this time of the recording, today is the 20th of September. So a few more days. Was that the 23rd? I don't know. Nope, the 22nd. In the evening, 6:45 West Coast time, I will be on and taking your questions. But right now, we're just going to look at Kamala. And the first question I'm asking is going to be, once again, will she be the first woman of color and woman president, Madam President? We are so behind the times compared to the rest of the world, you guys. It's actually embarrassing with women in leadership. And it's not been healthy for our nation or the world, because it's not, we're all connected. We're all interconnected. And it's not just a globalist idea. It's the truth, You can say what you like. All right. I get the Three of Cups and the Chariot. So, yes, I see her getting it. And there's a great deal, like I saw in the last readings that didn't have any sound, um, a great positive upswing in spirit and mood for most people. And she will overcome. She will be the victor, the chariot. She wins the chariot race. Back in the old days, she and Trump would be out there in chariots and she'd be like whooping his butt. Anyways, that's what she's going to do. And if you don't like that, go to another tarot reader that tells you nonsense. I'm not going to do it. This is who I see winning. And look, it's women here too. So, yeah. And literally, the chariot. And you know what I also get is that there will be more partisan, uh, less partisan nonsense. And I think we'll go toward more partisan, I'm sorry, working together over the aisle, party, work. It's going to put it back where that, needed to be kickstarted again rather than this food fight. And it's been so ugly. People are sick of it. This is going to be such a breath of fresh air. But there will be parts and contingents that will, to the last breath, you know, decry. But it's a change in the times, you guys. It's a change in the times. And we get the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So, I see her bringing our economy forward, bringing things into a more positive direction, less chaotic. Even kind of looks like her, except for, she's got her hair more like silk pressed or something. I don't know. I don't know how she does it, but her hair looks nice. And so does this. She'd look good at no matter what. Anyway, really frickin' does look like her. Anyhow, not just saying that. But I really feel she's going to do well. I think it's going to surprise herself. I really do. Let's just see. What else am I getting from this? Again, I just feel that economy moves forward. Employment will move forward. It's positive progress, not backward progress that we'll be making with her on board. And she will lead us forward out of this stuck space of where there was so much, inner fighting. It will start to move toward working better together. Yeah, there's going to be growth, and I just feel that with the Knight of Swords, there's swift moving energy where growth and expansion is concerned, and ideas. I think there's going to be a new enthusiasm that people have and look forward to ahead, creating a better future. It's just people are focused and they're ready to be there to take part. Okay. I get the King of Swords and the Six of Cups. Now, I don't know whether this is Trump or not, but typically this would be him. And this is the card of the past and childhood and nostalgia and, well, children too. I wonder if it could be in reference to the top three. I'm not sure. Let's just take a look. Trump becomes a thing of the past. Oh, yes. He's going to lose. And there is, with the Five of Pentacles, a decline. Not, I feel like a decline. I feel like a decline um, in his health, mentally and physically. And I feel like also the people that surround him aren't so great either. They're sharing some of this decline themselves, as usual, because he does not have the hand of Midas. Here we have the Bully card and the Ace of Cups. I believe that he is going to really be upset and angry and act like a child. But, people are done with it, and they're done with that whole energy as well. They're going to want to just shut it down. I feel like he's going to feel sorry for himself. But mentally also, that negative mindset of his, see those dark birds and the dark bird up to the ear? I feel like, especially with the if we take the Five of Pentacles with this energy here, see how the head is down, and his energy is not going to be good. He's coming up in her reading because of my asking. So let me just, that's fine. Now we just see but with her, we have the continued, I think because she's going to be very popular and that's going to be problematic for him as well. There's, again, this opening up of energy that I think we're not quite feeling yet. I think we'll surprise ourselves. It's really buoyant. And we have the Page of Wands, and this is like eager to get to work, and at the same time, in a directed fashion. It's not chaotic. And there's a great deal of passion and excitement and inspiration. Well, that certainly doesn't come from his camp, because all he ever does is trash talk. And if you like trash talk, you can go and sit and listen to him trash talk until you're bored of him trash talking and his word salad, because he never lets you know what any of his plans are. Yeah, again, look, we get her handling with the Seven of Wands, the topsy-turvy energy and juggling things and being more than strength, having more than the strength to do it, and do it with a success. Okay. That's very interesting that, it could have just showed me Kamala's win and just been like, yeah, and then it shows me the card of Trump. So it's like, I feel like my guides are letting me know, oh, and here's what he's going to be like. The upper lip, not the upper lip, the lower lip is going to be sticking out, and he'll be needing a change of undergarments, I'm sure, padding. All right. So let's just see. How will the economy do with Kamala Harris as president? And I'm talking about by the end of her term, so that we can look and see, because she's going to inherit some stuff that wasn't working like every president does, and then trying to bring in her own plans and set them out to be accepted by the rest of the government, which, oh yeah, I want to see if she captures. I think she's going to get that House majority, but let's just see. Let's look at that next. Will the Democrats take the House? Will the Democrats take the House this election? Yes or no? Please and thank you, Spirit. My guides. Holy Spirit. So will the Democrats get the House this election? Yes or no? Six of Swords. This is a yes. We are moving forward. And I keep getting the message of you guys need to move forward. You've been stuck in a very extreme conservative pattern, and we have, especially because they've had the power. And it's and the ability to do so, but that's changing, and we are going to move out of this chaos that we get with the Two of Pentacles, and she's going to pull us. Look, it's even a woman in the boat there, pulling us into a better state. But she's going to help us cross some difficult waters, but she's going to move us out of this chaotic, dysfunctional government, or this as it's been less effective, let's put it that way, than it could be if it were working together the way it should. Yeah, look at that. Six of Wands. So yes, she does. Look for a Democratic House. Okay. There's going to be attempts by some people to be sneaky, but they're going to fail, and it's because they're deeply, deeply worried. They've got stuff to hide. They've been up to no good. But here she is. With the Two of Swords, she comes to this new point of bringing clarity. No more of this befuddlement and this where we get this word salad crap. The Queen of Swords is going to cut these strings that are clouding the vision of the country. This is bringing her clarity also legally to things, clarifying laws, I feel like, too, making, again, legal changes. I'm really, really getting that with laws. Now, I do see that there's a sense of sorrow for people that are lost in delusion. They need to realize, though, that there are other options. Trump is not the godsend. And time, to feel your disappointment, but I think also move forward and realize that this is a new day and there are all kinds of options, and the choice is up to you, so choose well. Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. I just see that we're going to be more united by the end of her term, and I think more positive, truly, in our outlook and our general energy as a nation. There's a sense of happiness. It's not as tense as we've been. There isn't this chronic anxiety. I really feel that we're going to be looking at the implosion and change of the Republican Party while after this election. Those are the cards I was getting, and I would take it to the bank. I'm serious. The cards were like singing. Let's see, what else do I need to look at? And I saw that she would be really well received overseas, that she would grow on people pretty quickly. More people will like her than not. One of the cards that I pulled for her as a president was the child, and that she's bringing a lot of help towards. And I kept getting also for the people that are having problems with mental health and looking at addiction and homelessness and a lot of different issues. You know, she's got a lot of ground to cover. But I think given the time that she'll have here, she's going to make significant room, just like that Six of Swords is pulling us forward toward being able to unpack and build on real truth and on really helpful means. She's going to be very helpful to this country. Yeah, look at this. We're going to have more cooperation, collaboration, and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like overseas and within America's own territory, more people will come together than not and be able to express their feelings, even if they don't agree. But there's compassion here, the heart. You know, you remember at the end of the day that we're all connected and that we want things to be good for everyone. And so we don't need to be nasty about it. The Magician and the King of Wands. Okay. Let me just check something. This is, in my opinion, this is Tim Waltz. He's an Aries. And we get the Magician. He's also very, very capable of manifesting. I feel like bringing an idea man that can manifest it. And that's no small task. He's also very good at communication. We know that. We've heard, if you've ever listened to him, he's, I like listening to him. I'm not, his voice isn't annoying. And he's, again, he reminds me of, maybe just because my male relatives came from Nebraska. So, I'm used to that kind of energy. But this is really good. And he gets the Sun and the Nine of Wands. You know, he is a tough mofo. I see him standing up and also calling people out, protecting boundaries and standing up for those that need it in himself and our nation. There is clarity there that he is also going to be a strong, resilient, effective vice president and inspiring. And people know that that man's got some grit. He gets the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. There's that humor, but don't be fooled. Don't underestimate him. He's got that Eight of Pentacles. He's got a good mind for business and economy, it looks like to me. That might even be a strong suit, but he's got some specialized areas, and I see an ability to repeat a task proficiently and with humor. And he doesn't take himself too seriously, but he takes the task seriously. I get the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. There is something yet to be revealed with the King of Pentacles. I'm not quite sure yet what this is about. Something hidden or secrets. Maybe this is, I don't know if this is Democrat or Republican here, but I feel like it's a political person. Oh, what is Vance? Oh, I think, isn't he a Gemini? Wait a minute. I just want to, this could be somebody like that is dealt with, that Kamala deals with in the government. But there's a King of Pentacles, and we see this guy is overwhelmed. He is carrying around a lot of baggage. This is like not only figuratively, maybe, but anyway, this is exhaustion. Somebody that has been, you know, put just overwhelmed. And we're getting something about the Four of Wands and the strength. To me, this could be a need for this individual to use, oh my gosh, yeah, it could be him. More of a gentle hand is being called, or a strength. I'm not sure what that's a whole lot, who that is or what that's about. That could be something that I think is yet down the road, that has yet to manifest. And I'm just not clear who that King of Pentacles is, but he's going to be somebody that's carried a lot of stress, and there are things locally for him that maybe it's that, oh my gosh, maybe it's that Robinson guy. I don't know. That, no, I don't think so. This might be somebody that will need help. I'm not sure what the story is on this and why I was shown this guy, but I'm shown a guy that is kind of overwhelmed, but I see that there is support for him. And I don't know if it's like a health issue or what. It could be somebody that in Senate or whatever that ends up having some kind of matter where they need to use their inner strength, and the environment around them is very supportive, and there is a great deal yet ahead, growth-wise. But this guy's tapped out, so I don't know this King of Pentacles, who this is. And he just needs to, I almost feel like well, there's like a word here almost of like, it's either a guy that's been very much under stress, but needs to use his inner strength to deal with it and bring, I feel like, an energy to order. Maybe it has to do with the energy of the house and all that. I do see, though, from the cards that I believe it will go Democratic. Okay. Let me just see one more thing. I also feel you're going to see more women as a result coming into employment as these things change, seeing more women at the at the top, not more equality. By that I mean it's not going to be so male dominated. I think we're swinging in a from one extreme, not to another, but I think toward a equality, energy wise, in this country, and how it's run, and the kind of nature, if you will, and the attitude and the social mindset that it's run by. I this really ultra conservative thing. Let's just take a look at that. I know this is, but it's part of Kamala's deep dive. But I feel like it's really given me a lot of good information on her, and that not to worry. She'll do a really good job. She's going to have a lot on her plate and be well liked. All right, let's see. How let's see. How will the Republicans be from this election? What'll it do to their party? What will the 2024 election do to the Republican Party? If that's what you want to call it. To me, it's not the Republican Party, it's the party of Trump. Okay. Well, I feel like they're going to be very jealous. Number one, with the Four of Pentacles, there is trying to hold on to control, but in whatever way they can. I just feel like there's a celebration going on and it's not with them. Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. There's this a feeling of disconnection and disconnection from the future, which is a bit sad. And a sense of disconnection from planning. Even it feels like there's a real sense of removal and indifference. Wow. Yeah, I really do. That makes sense. I really do think it's going to take it in the shorts. Yes, there's going to be a change with the Wheel of Fortune. Something new is like literally moving forward. And the Page of Wands, there's going to be changes. And I think there will be some arguing. Uh, they may start to try to fix or change its, you know, leadership and all of that. There's depression with the Nine of Swords and anxiety. They're depressed around her. That's Kamala. And there's a King of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. I think there's a male figure here in the Republican uh, Party also that is going to go in decline. I think um, health wise, they are just they're going to be on the outs. Hmm. Eight of Wands and the Empress. Well, this to me is an acceleration of abundance and healing of the feminine energy is going to be really strong in that White House. um, and in, I think, government, period. And I think some of the men are going to have, some of them, uh, a problem with that. They're not going to like this. There are relationships and bonds that get strained. Remember, I am looking at the Republicans. So I think some of these partnerships with Trump, they've run their course with that. I'm sorry, about that 11. There's no 11, but it feels like it's gone, been turned to 11 with the 10 of Wands. The passion, the steam for him has run out. Look at this. He might even feel confined or stuck in his own head. So these men, the Emperor has the Eight of Swords. I just feel, sorry, that's my stomach growling if you heard it. I just feel that they might end up in some trouble or feeling a bit trapped. And that could be Trump himself, that their dude is going to be caught up and not able to do what they need him to do because he's got all these legal issues going on, all those swords, Eight of Swords. The Hierophant and the Three of Wands, that's the Conservative Party. I think they're going to look forward into the future. I think there's going to be some changes. It's going to shift from what it's been. Ace of Swords and the Five of Cups. They're going to be hurting though, but there's going to be some clarity. There's going to be changes. And it's, you know, like severing and final. Page of Swords and the Strength card. So I think eventually they're going to become a healthier party. But I think it's going to take some time and some people to come in order to take their place and bring that energy forward. But I think it's coming. We get strength and we get the Page of Swords. There's also, this is a caution not to just react, not to just be quick to gossip. This is learning to control yourself, for God's sake, with the Strength card, and in a way that isn't harsh, and isn't harsh with other people when you're either correcting them or trying to deal with someone that's angry. It just shows the energy's going to change. All right, let's just do one last bit here. Let's see. Will America be stronger? I just see it being stronger. So from the other cards there, maybe that's not the will America's economy grow? And will our health care improve? Will our issues with health care improve? And will our economy grow with Kamala? I get the Two of Pentacles. and the Ace of Wands. Yes. Again, the initial is going to be juggling just to get kind of the motor started again in the direction she wants to go. But then look out. It's going to be rip roaring. The mama's foot is going to be like on that gas pedal. It takes off. And there's again a lot of energy. A lot of that, I think, putting out fires initially too for her. But God, get out of here, Donald. Nobody wants to know. Feeling sorry for himself. And also, probably Putin. The moon and the Four of Swords. Um, there's some things with, I think, finances with Donald as well. Okay, we're getting a withdrawal and healing from delusion, uncertainty. So I think she's going to be bringing in healing ideas and her people to help with what we've gone through with Trump and how it's affected the economy. And I feel like there is going to be, I feel like moral minded, guided economy as well. But it's not in a bad way where before it, what Trump and them were doing, because they weren't even that's not even a Republican way of doing things. But here I feel like is a balance, um, and we see our economy doing well, and there are rules to it. There's learning about it as well. There's teaching. Maybe Americans will become more aware of it, of our economy, but by the changes we're going to start seeing. But it looks to me uh, like we'll be doing much better for sure. And maybe some fiscally conservative things too, where we can have that. But it looks comfortable. And there's bringing a balance and bringing people together from doing soul searching. A lot of soul searching is going to be going on. I think that as people come together and get used to working together again, there's going to be a lot of inner growth going on, not just at work, but within people, everybody. And it's about bringing an extreme to a balance and reaching people that feel isolated too. But I see it being done. And she just looks helpful. I feel that she will do well for us overseas too, as a president. We'll see good things. And it's gonna be such a different energy. I know, because the way I'm seeing it, it's like, again, there's gonna be a sense, mark my words, of culture shock. Um, in essence, of because of how things are going to come to be. Um, Let me just see if she will do a second term. So, because I get her winning, will Kamala end up doing a second term as president to really be able to complete any projects and things? Because a lot of the time, those years, especially probably the first three, you're trying to deal with what was already in place. So, will she be a two-term president? Will Kamala be a two-term president? Yes or no? Will Kamala Harris be a two-term president, yes or no? I get a King of Swords. And I get the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. I think she could be, but there is a male that she will be in competition with from, I'm sure, the Republican Party. Hopefully not Trump again, but probably another dang Gemini. No offense, Geminis. I know you can't help it. I hate it when there's somebody that isn't very nice that, and unfortunately either has my birthday or sun sign. It's like, But look, I see a man that's going to, I feel like, lose out to her. So she could end up getting a second term. And I think some men are going to get really, that misogynist meter might, get ticked off on the other, in the conservative area. But it looks like she's possibly going to be a two-term president, if I may be so bold. Again, let me just check. Will Kamala, just for consensus, will she end up being a two-term president? Will Kamala Harris end up being a two-term president? Well, she might walk away. She might say, I've had enough. Let someone else with different ideas, come and do what they're going to do. There's an open heart and really like working with other people. She might want to still work with other people in a new capacity. And I see the Chariot and the High Priestess. So there's still things that are yet to play out. There's still a mystery yet there that could change that. But I think that she might at some point think that she should hold back and allow someone else a chance. But it looks like it's possible. It looks like it's possible, though, because that High Priestess says that there's hidden things that have yet to transpire that will affect that. So let's see. Let me just ask again, will she be a two-term president? Will Kamala Harris be a two-term president? Got the 10 of Cups, but the 4 of Cups. I don't know that she's going to want to do that. I think she might just want to be spending that time in her life with her family at that point. I don't know that it's going to appeal to her. I think it's like that part of her life might be like, now I'm ready to do something different. And I respect that. So if you will just see, appreciate reads like this, please give me a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Bye.